You've already won the lottery. I think a lot of the times we get so hung up on the small things on our day to day lives that we stress and make ourselves depressed for no reason. We always chase a life of success so that we could live in the 1%, the top 1%, without understanding that you are already in the top 1% just by simply being alive, just by simply breathing and being here in this world. You've achieved the point of life, you've achieved the 1%. I never understood this until I had my freedom stripped away from me. And anyone else who's had their freedom truly stripped away from them understands how grateful you need to be to actually be in this world as a free man, free woman. I was put in jail for 2 weeks for something that I'm not allowed to talk about in the beginning of 2026, about a month ago. And it went from my life, out as a free man, interacting with people, doing things, chasing my dream, achieving my purpose, living in my being, and everything was taken away from me. And I was in four walls surrounding me, steel bed, and I was in there for 2 weeks, and I understand that's not a lot, a long time for a lot of people, but try being, in a room by yourself, no technology, no nothing for 2 weeks. Try it, try it, and come back to me, and then tell me how grateful you are, for being alive. It sucks because now I'm, facing a similar position, and all I can think about is like, man, bro, like this is the gift. I've been given another life. I've been given, this is the cherry on top of the ice cream. I shouldn't be here. I'm very grateful and I'm lucky to be here, but it could have gone the other way, and I could have lost it all. But I'm here. Shouldn't that be enough of a gift? Shouldn't you being alive be enough to be happy? I never understood what it felt like to have your freedom stripped away from you until that happened, and I understood how much your freedom is valuable, man. I remember I used to, there's two steel beds, and I was on the top of a top steel bed. I had a little mini window, and I used to see there's nothing there. It was a tree, and through the branches I saw the highway. I remember seeing these cars, go in the highway. There was hundreds of cars. I was so bored. I used to like time within 10 seconds how many cars passed, and throughout a day, probably thousands of cars have passed that highway. And the only thing that I could think about is how many issues the people in these cars are facing. How many problems these people in the cars that are passing the highway at full speed are facing. How many of them are depressed? How many of them are mad at their lives? And I'm over here looking at them, willing to give up everything just to be in that car with them, just to be out in the world, just to be walking. The simplest things in life, like walking outside. It was freezing cold. I would walk in the freezing cold. I would want that so bad, bro. I would want that so bad. More than anything. And now it's crazy, bro, how like, you're out in the real world and now you have real world problems. Now you're worried about, your dreams not being achieved. Now you're worried about your mom yelling at you for cleaning the dishes. Bro, do these things hold any weight at all? You're alive, bro. You're alive. And it's like people, don't live every waking breath as if, that as if it's not a gift, when it is. And I need to remind myself of this, just like other people need to remind themselves of it, that their problems are minute, their problems are minimal, their problems are nothing, you know compared to what's in front of them. You've already won this game that you're trying to play. The point of life is to live. You are living your purpose right now just by being alive. Stop taking things so seriously, man. Like, you've already won. Now enjoy, because some people don't have the privilege to enjoy.